Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Joanna Coles, and this morning we're going to talk about seasonal high tunnels. Kevin Lyons, Monroe County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resource, joins us. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Joanna.
Well, I'm glad you're here today because there's a lot of interest, and we have a lot of these seasonal high tunnels that are up around South Central Kentucky.
We sure do. More than I actually kind of realized till this past year when I kind of got back in the full year of extension work again, and I kind of got behind on my horticulture topics while I was gone there for a little while, and it just made me realize how popular they've become and how much more importance is being placed on, organic production, local food production, and it seems like high tunnels kind of fall in there with that. Plus the cost share programs that have been out there for people to help get their high tunnel constructed. But yeah, there's a big boom in them, no doubt.
Yeah, and there's another round. I know I just saw something just last week about November 2nd being the deadline if people want to. So make sure to stop by local NRCS offices and get signed up for that part of EQIP. But high tunnels, we don't have a whole lot of research, and there are some differences between outside field production and inside that high tunnel production.
Yeah, very much so. And even the greenhouses versus the high tunnels. Sometimes folks get those kind of confused a little bit too. But there's definitely different management practices between outside field production and the high tunnel. And I think from what I've been able to kind of glean from discussions with high tunnel producers is it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than maybe they thought it would be when they got into it and put up the high tunnel. It's not maintenance free, it's not weed free, disease free, or any of those things. It takes a different set of management skills, and it presents a whole nother variety of problems or challenges, as we like to say sometimes. So yeah, it's definitely different. And the difference in a high tunnel and a greenhouse, two basic differences, not the only differences, but in a high tunnel you plant directly into the soil that's under the cover. In a greenhouse you typically plant in a tray or some type of container and soil medium. And the heating, high tunnel is typically not heated, where a greenhouse more than likely is. But the sanitation and those type of things are real similar in a greenhouse and a high tunnel. But they're not exactly the same.
Yeah, and we see a lot of different insects, a lot of different diseases than we do in normal field production.
We sure do, because you've got that enclosed environment. You kind of got to manage it with the ventilation and the temperature. We'll focus on high tunnels more than greenhouses if you want. And then, so it's just, you got to keep a closer eye on it. Sometimes you think, well, it'll be easier because I can irrigate and I can have this controlled environment. But you got to keep a very close watch on it sometimes. A difference in a few hours can make a huge difference in some type of problem coming up.
And you know, Kevin, Kentucky weather doesn't cooperate either. When we have 40-degree swings in a day, it can make it difficult because that high tunnel can get really hot and really cooled off real quick.
Yeah, for sure. And basically you just got a couple of ways of controlling the temperature, either with raising and lowering the sidewalls, or the end walls or the indoors, and using your fans and things. So you really got to pay attention to it. You can't go off and leave it in the growing season, and take a trip for a few days. You can't probably leave it for one day. Somebody's got to be there to watch it. But keeping it clean, and this time of year we just kind of wanted to mention crop rotation in that greenhouse or in that high tunnel. You need to move those things around. You need to clean out that debris. If you've had, for instance, disease problems this year in certain plants, and you have that leftover plant residue, that needs to be disposed of so the pathogen doesn't overwinter in it. And go ahead and make your plan as we're winding down in that high tunnel season typically about what you're going to do on your crop rotation to help alleviate those disease problems.
Next time, absolutely. Now you guys kind of have a high tunnel educational series that you still have some classes left if people want to come and be a part of that.
We do. We have Alan Barron, Metcalf, and Monroe is kind of teamed up to offer the 4-part series. We've got 3 more sessions coming up. The next one is October the 25th at the Barron County Extension Office. They all start at 6. Then we'll have one at Megcalf later on and one in Monroe. So just contact us. We'll give you that info.
All right. So if you're interested in a high tunnel, now is the time. Get those applications into your local NRCS offices by November the 2nd. But if you want to learn more about it, Kevin's got a lot of information here. But you can contact any of your local extension offices, and we'd be happy to help you with production practices, sanitation like Kevin was talking about, and answer any of your production questions. We appreciate you watching the Farm and Home Show, and we hope you have a great day. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.